Today we're going to find out just how good Jack Daniel's 14 year is. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time tuning in. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you could please like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff that everybody says on YouTube for every channel about every topic. It does help, especially with a small channel like mine. So pretty pleased with sugar on top. Hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Jack Daniel's 14 year. This is a sample that I got from a buddy of mine. He made a little custom label. This clocking in at 126.3 proof or 63.15% ABV. This is the first release of the 14 year. Year before last was the 12, the year before that was the 10, and then so on, so on. They're gonna go up to 18 year and then 21 year is the plan. Trying to revive the old labels that had age statements from back in the day with Jack Daniel's. This needs certainly no introduction. It's all the hype and craze right now. Secondary on these came out 500 plus. I think they're coming back down a little bit, but they're still pretty up there. And I've seen a lot of reviews on the whiskey tube channels where this actually comes in as less preferable to the Jack Daniel's 12 year, with a common complaint or common argument saying that for the price difference and the age difference on this, this actually is coming in a little bit over oaked. And I've seen where my friends have said that as well, just through like Facebook groups. So this is the second time that I am trying this. The first time I actually ended up with 2 samples, so I filled, after I poured a little bit of this sample out, I refilled it with the other sample that I have. So, but it's all Jack Daniel's 14 batch 1. So this is the second time that I will be trying it. The first time I threw it in a massive blind with RJ, and that video will be coming out tomorrow. So if you want to see how this compares to some pretty big heavy hitters, well, that'll be out tomorrow. So I haven't had it by itself to really dissect it, but I did have it in that blind. So let's see here. So I get this little chlorinated pool water note thing, which I don't dislike, but I've gotten that on Dickel as well. So maybe that has something to do with the Lincoln County process, the charcoal filtering. The more I get into, more I get in there, the more some of the standard Jack Daniel notes are coming out. Maybe even like a hint of the 24, this last year's Coy Hill, like maybe a little bit. But it doesn't smell as dark as the Coy Hill, just off of memory. There's a corn note, kind of that Jack Daniel's nutty note. I'm getting some vanilla and some oak on the nose. All right, let's taste it. Wow. That is a lot. Across the board, from start to finish. So there's like a sweet cornbread note that comes all the way through. I do remember getting that in the blind. There is a bitter chocolate on the finish. Definitely the oak is there on the finish. What's surprising is how proofy this drinks. This drinks a lot warmer than, I mean, it's 126.3, so it's still up there, but this drinks warmer than I think other Jack Daniel's offerings at this proof point. Okay, coming back to it on the nose. That cornbread is there. That signature banana and even like the vanilla, like Jack Daniel's has pretty strong vanilla note. For me, most of the time is there. So the cornbread, the banana, the vanilla, that pool water thing is still there. And then the oak and the dark chocolate. All right, give this a second sip. Second sip on the mouth feel. It's a little bit more syrupy. This is pretty drying though, and there is that bitter oak on the finish, and that chocolate kind of starts on the side of my mouth and like works its way back. That's very good. It's an intense pour though, for sure. Because it's not easy sipping by any means. Yeah, and that Jack Daniel's profile I think builds the more I have it. This is going for around 500, I think, 450 to 500, something like that. I don't know where this falls as far as my preference of Jack Daniel's stuff. I like the first 2 years of the 12. The 10 was okay. Coy Hill 21, the small batch Coy Hill are obviously some of my favorites. Last year's Coy Hill was good too. I would venture to say this is my favorite. Not of the Coy Hill small batch. Maybe not even of the 21 Coy Hill, but of last year's Coy Hill and then the other age-stated stuff, the 10-year, 12-year. I would venture to say this is my favorite. And there's this like thick, dusty, bready note kind of that's in there and it's building. Like if you're in a rick house. Man, this is fantastic. It's really good. I know where it scores in my blind for tomorrow. I'll just say I'm surprised. I don't know, revisiting it, I'm a little bit surprised. Some things do better or worse in blinds, and it'll be interesting to see where it gets revealed tomorrow. Because where it landed yesterday is not where I would, or where it's gonna land in tomorrow's video is not where I would necessarily put it, just trying it by itself. But it's good. I don't know if I'd pay secondary for it. Probably cap out around like $225. I think I'd go for that. Who knows? I'll be really interested to see if the new, or if the older stuff, the 18-year, the 21-year, if that ever makes it out, or if they start bringing barrels and putting them a lot lower, because we're getting towards the top of the oak threshold on this for sure. But that's it. That's where I'm leaving this. Oh, MSRP is what, like 80 to 100, somewhere around there. So a buy all day at that price. A buy at 225 in my opinion. Hard to say if I'd go much more than that. Maybe I'd go 250 if I'm just being completely honest. I don't want to pay anywhere near 4 to 5 on this though. Anywho, that's where I'm leaving this. As always, the bourbon experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers. I mean, it's good.